Fuzzies Roller Gems. Welcome back to my channel. It's really late on Thursday. I was kind of like in a slump. If you can notice on my live, I was kind of like, and I'm still kind of feeling, I don't know what's wrong with me. I slept the majority of the day. I did not, like, this is the section I started today, and I'm still on this section. That's how blah I am. I don't know if I will reveal at the end how much, if I get it done, because it's getting late already, and I haven't gotten very far on this. I know it's color blocking, but I don't know. I've been in a funk, and I don't know why I've been in this funk. I don't know what's wrong with me. I did go to London today. I had to go get some juice from the vape shop, and I wanted to go to St. Thomas, but the road going to St. Thomas from the highway, the one side's open, but the other side coming home is not, and then you have to kind of like backtrack and go a different way home, and I wasn't about that life today, and Tyler needed juice too, because he's been using those Juuls, but it gets pretty expensive with the Juuls. So he wanted to go get some, because he vapes the Nick Salts. I don't vape the Nick Salts. I don't really care for the juice from Forest City Vapes in London, but I don't know. I got this one. I wonder who makes it for them. I'm thinking it's Divine, but it's so dark in here I can't read who manufactured it. But yeah, 3 milligrams. Doesn't say the mixture of it. Yeah, it does. It's 80 vegetable glycerin and 20 propylene glycol. Yeah, this is one I got. Peach iced tea. I don't know. I'm happy that it's got 80 though. VG will give me some nice clouds. Because you know, I'm all about the clouds. I'm all about the clouds. So I got that. And Tyler got his salt nicks. And he got some coils for his vape. And he ended up spending more money than me. I think he spent like 70 bucks there. But it's cheaper than getting the pods, he says, for the week. Because he was paying $20 every other day buying pods for him and his girlfriend. So... and I think a bottle of juice lasts him a long time, and his other mod doesn't last me a long time, and I should have bought 2 bottles, but I only bought 1. I only spent 19 something for the 1 bottle. So yeah, I need some patty wax. Yeah. I don't want to put that into the site because I don't want anybody to see that. You will see it eventually. Eventually on the channel. Anyway. Oh, Melissa's getting a phone call. So, we went to the Walmart in London, and I was kind of like, I get kind of like all like in a tiz when I go into the stores in London because, you know, COVID is like a lot more scarier in the bigger cities than it is where I live. So it's like pretty much, let's get the heck out of here. Yeah, I didn't even tell Sarah that I came into town. I feel really bad about it. But I didn't want to go over there and see them because I wasn't feeling all that great. I will see them next weekend on my weekend off. I just felt bad. I didn't tell her. I called her this afternoon, but I didn't tell her that I was in London. But she said that Luna had a good nap today. She's been having a hard time getting her to nap. Where is 2? We're going to do 2 next. Oh my gosh. So today, when I started doing this early in the morning, I had mixed some blues in with my blacks. And because it's so dark in this room, I was kind of like, this doesn't look right. And then I flashed my light from my phone on it. And don't I have blue all in here in some places that I placed. So I had to divide it all with my flashlight. So that put me off this morning. And that is why I didn't film this video then, because I did that mix up. And it's like, oh, brother, here we go. Crazy, crazy town happening. So yeah, that was it. I did get something in the mail today, but I had to place another order, and I'll let you know more about that later. Yeah. I just don't want to talk about it right this minute. But that's all that I pretty much did on my days off. Didn't get very much diamond painting done. I did not do any research on the pens like I was supposed to. I even thought about going to Michael's again, but I didn't go. I only went up as far as Walmart in Hyde Park, because if I went to Michael's, I probably would have ended up going to Sarah's, because Sarah lives right by the Michael's, but I didn't end up going to the Michael's. I decided to come home instead, and I made some nachos for dinner, and we had that for dinner. Something quick and easy. And yeah, first I asked Alyssa if she'd make it, but she wasn't about it, so I ended up doing it because, like I said, I'm not feeling the greatest and I just want to sleep. And now I'm up, and now I'm probably going to have a hard time sleeping tonight to go to work tomorrow. I really don't want to go to work because I am feeling under the weather. I'm not sure what's wrong with me. I don't sound like I'm under the weather, but I feel under the weather. You know what I mean? Like, do you guys understand? You guys understand what I mean? Because, you know, I don't sound like Lizzie today, do I? I don't know. I'm in a little bit of a funk. I'm in the funk and I need to get out of it. I don't know what's wrong with me. And then watching the news is very depressing, very sad. I hadn't been watching the news. I've been kind of avoiding the news because I was so tired of listening to the COVID stuff, and then I was so behind in knowing what was going on in the world right now, meaning the United States mostly. And then I watched it, and with horror, it's just upsetting. It's sad. And I don't know what this world is coming to. I feel like 2020 was the worst year ever. I don't know, like sometimes we think, oh, this was a really bad year. Somebody dies in your family or something. You're like, oh, this is a bad year. Well, 2020 for me has been a bad year all the way around. It's been the worst. And I don't see any light at the end of the tunnel. Sometimes I have hope, and then sometimes my hope is shattered. And then crazy stuff happens, and the world goes into more chaos. It's just horrible. It's horrible that all of this is happening in the world right now. So I was watching the news a little bit, but then I stopped watching it because the news depresses me a little bit, and I'm already in a funk, and I don't want to be more in a funk than I already am. When you work 12-hour shifts, you're kind of oblivious to what's going on in the world too when you don't watch the news. So, yeah. But other than that, that has been pretty much my 2 days off. I'm hoping next week brings better times. There will be sometime soon. I might take a week off break from YouTube. I want to paint my house, and I feel like I won't be able to paint and film at the same time. So when that happens, I might take a break from YouTube for a week. It's not going to happen anytime soon, but I want it to happen because I'm sick and tired of looking at these walls the way they are. And I like to hang some diamond paintings up, and I haven't hanged up anything because my house needs to be painted, and that's my excuse. And I don't really need that excuse anymore because I really want to show off what I have done. Like, I have a few hanging up, but they're not in frames. They're hanging up only because I don't really have anywhere to put them, but I feel like they'll be safe. Like, I have Elizabeth hanging up in the dining room, and I have the elephant I did from Hooligan that was kind of iffy. It was Poppy Drills, but I did seal that one. I have it hanging up, and I have my Angie and Oliver hanging up too. Oh, and the one I did from Victoria's Moon, that really big one with the girl and the guy kissing, I have that one in my bedroom. But I really need to frame them and make them look nice. I do want to get a portfolio. I have to watch more videos. I'm hoping that 40 by 50s will fit in the portfolio. Like, I want to get a size that will fit those because a lot of my paintings are that size. And it'd be nice to have somewhere to put my paintings that are finished that I'm not going to hang up on the walls at any time soon. But I have to decide, like, once I paint, then I'm going to decide which ones I want to hang up and which ones I don't want to hang up. I kind of almost want to make like a whole collage wall of stuff that I've done. And maybe my living room, I don't know yet. But that is in due time. I just want to paint. My walls right now are kind of like a brownie. I think it was called butterscotch when I first did it a long time ago. I was still with my ex-boyfriend at the time when we painted this. And it hasn't been painted since we broke up. And we broke up a long time ago. And since then, like, there's marks on the wall, like there's putty on it, but we haven't like repainted over top of where the putty is on some spots that have a hole. And I need to paint. I want to paint it like a light gray or a medium color gray because that's the color of my couches. And gray kind of goes with everything anyways. And I want to do the 3 rooms. This room, the dining room, and my bedroom all in that color. And then eventually I want to do the kitchen and the bathroom in a yellow. I think I want to do yellow. Yellow and red I think would look good together. Yeah, so eventually I want to do this, but I hate painting. I like a diamond painting, but I hate regular painting I feel like I'm not very good at it. My ex-boyfriend was really good at it. He did it for a living there for a little while, and he got really good. So he did a very good job when he did do it back then. But if I asked him to do it now, he probably wouldn't. Unless there was added bonuses that I do not want to give. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because you know how men roll. So I think I'll go without. What do you think? I think so. Men, I tell you. Sometimes I wonder about them. Sometimes I wonder how they think. I'd be a millionaire if I knew how men thought. Because I can't seem to figure it out. I usually have the fan going. Tyler is hilarious. I have the air conditioner on, okay? It's 30 some odd degrees outside. Celsius. So it's hot. It's hot here in Canada right now. Maybe not as hot as, you know, where some other people live, but it's hot to me. It's hot to me. As a Canadian, it's hot. And I have the air on. Oh, my sister's been living with my sister-in-law, Patsy. And she's like, oh, her air conditioner's making a racket. Like, I don't understand what the racket is. Well, the racket is because it was froze over and they didn't realize it because she didn't change the filter. And then she started freaking out on me. Oh, I hope you change the filter. I'm like, it's happened to me a long time ago, and I knew that I should always put a brand new filter in before I turn it on for the season. And I'm like, I already did that. I always change it every summer over to a new filter because we had this happen before with the old air conditioner. Now, since then, I have installed a brand new. It's not brand new anymore. It's maybe 3 to 4 years old. My air conditioner, my central air, I installed when I got all that money from my other job. But yeah, and then I was kind of disappointed because I thought I would be getting my info shares soon, but by the sounds of it, we're not getting it anytime soon, and that would be extra cash that I could buy from a good company, because that is my plans. I want to spend it on a company that I usually can't really afford to buy from. And I did do a purchase on one of them this week that it's pretty dear for me to buy off of them, but I really, really, really wanted this painting. So that's coming up. I don't want to give it away, but it is not from AliExpress, and it's not a Diamond Art Club. It's a different company that's a little bit pricey for us Canadians, but I was wanting a painting so bad from a new artist they have. So I broke down and bought it yesterday. And now I'm kind of like, you know how sometimes you have buyer's remorse and you wish, oh, maybe I shouldn't have bought that because could I really afford it? But that's okay. I'm all fine. I did that today. I wanted to buy a new area rug for my living room because I don't like this one anymore. And I had it in my cart at Walmart. And then I had buyer's remorse, and at the very end I put it back and thought, no, I shouldn't spend the money on this. And now, then I get home and I'm like, I really should have bought it. But I wanted to make sure that Tyler gave me some money this week, and he wasn't coughing up that he was going to give me any. So that's why I kind of put it back, because I didn't want to overspend and him not giving me money for a bill that needed to be paid this week. But he ended up giving me the money for the bill. So then I thought, oh, I should have bought it now that he gave me the money for the bill, but it is here nor there. At least my bills are being paid, right? And I can buy that rug another time. That was the whole reason of going to the Walmart in London, because the Strathroy Walmart doesn't have. Strathroy Walmart sucks, to be honest. It doesn't have barely anything. Like, their craft department at Walmart in London was like, wow, Strathroy has nothing like this. And I did look to see if they had any diamond paintings, because I know some people say that Walmart has diamond paintings, but the one in London and Hyde Park, I didn't see any. Not to say that there maybe wasn't, because I wasn't looking like really, really good, because there's a lot of people in the crafting area, and it was kind of like making me a little bit high anxiety, because I didn't want to go around people, you know what I mean? Going to London is a lot different than going to the Walmart here in Strathroy. A lot more people, and yeah, it is what it is. You see a lot more people with masks in London than you do. And then I felt like, oh, well, we're not wearing masks. Are we the only ones not wearing masks? Oh, but we weren't. But whatever, it is here or there. I wear a mask every day to work. I just don't want to wear it when I'm out on my days off, and that's probably when I should actually wear it, but I don't wear it on my days off. Now I need tea. It's not like, that was the first time I went to the store in a couple of weeks, other than Shoppers Drug Mart. I went to Shoppers Drug Mart to buy pop the other day. I've been seeming to buy my pop at Shoppers because there's less traffic there, and they're not too badly priced at Shoppers. They're better on Saturdays. I might go buy some on Saturday. I might have enough pop to last me till Saturday. I know Alyssa won't, but I will. Yeah. I go through too much pop. I need to find something else to drink other than pop. But being a diabetic, it's kind of hard, because everybody's like, oh, drink juice. Oh, yeah, you know how much sugar is in juice? I can't do it. And then Crystal Light. Oh, do you know how much Crystal Light I drank as a child because my mom was diabetic? I got very sick of the green crystal, of the green, what did I call it? Crystal Light. The green one. I don't even know if they have Crystal Light in the US. They do in Canada. And we drank a lot of the green one because my mom, because she couldn't drink anything else. And oh God, I got so sick of Crystal Light. Someone at work said, well, buy Crystal Light. And I'm like, ugh, just the thought of Crystal Light makes me want to like go into convulsions, because I drank it so much as a child growing up. Well, kind of like when I was in my teenage years. Yeah. Because after my dad passed away, there was no more Pop Shop. I think the Pop Shop ended too, around, I don't know when. I can't even remember when the Pop Shop stopped selling pop. My dad used to always get pop from the Pop Shop. It was like a variety store in town, but they sold pop, and it was called the Pop Shop, and they came in bottles. And I think now you can buy the little bottles like this, and some stores have them, but back then they used to be like big, like maybe 1 liter bottles, and they used to come in like these, they almost look like milk carton cases, but they were red, and then they would fit like, I'm not sure how many went in a case. Maybe 12 were in a case. And then when my dad would always get ginger ale, like he wouldn't get like brown pop, like cola pop or anything else unless I went with him. So I would go with him sometimes, and you were allowed to switch them out in the cases. Like you could have so many ginger ale, so many Coca-Cola. And they used to have cream soda that was really, really good. And they used to have a lime one that was really good too. So when my dad would let me go with him, he would let me switch them out. But usually if he went by himself, it'd be all ginger ale. And I don't remember them ever having any diet back then, but not that it mattered back then because I wasn't diabetic. But yeah, that's a good story time story of me and my dad going to get pop from the Pop Shop. The Pop Shop's still there, and it's not called Pop Shop anymore because obviously they don't sell that pop anymore. But it was like a convenience store, but we called it the Pop Shop. And to this day, like my kids think I'm weird because I'll still call it the Pop Shop because it's still there. It's just a convenience store. I think it's called the Dairy Case now, but I still call it the Pop Shop because I remember it back then as being the Pop Shop. And me and my dad would go there all the time. So, yeah, that's my fine memories of my daddy-o this week. My dad was quite the character sometimes. I remember his very first car was a Duster. A red Duster, a Dodge Duster was his very first car. And I remember that. I remember that car. Oh, there's a train. An evening train. It might be the passenger train. I think it comes around this time. It's funny how it's almost 8 o'clock and it's still daylight outside. I'm not used to that yet. Ooh, the train is loud today, guys. It's a loud one. You can hear Alyssa leaving her room. She doesn't have like a real door. It's one of those accordion doors that go to her room. So every time she opens her bedroom door, it gets loud in here. And she left the door open because you can hear her fan going off a mile a minute. She went with me to London today. And so did Tyler. Oh, I was going to talk about Tyler and then I got interrupted. So Tyler is walking around with his winter jacket on in the house because he says he's freezing downstairs. That's where I was getting at with the air conditioner story, and then I forgot. And I'm like, well, close the vents downstairs. Like, are you too lazy to go put your hand up and shut the vents? Like, I don't know. Am I talking a different language? I don't feel sorry for him that he's freezing down there. I don't feel sorry for him at all. He's wearing his winter jacket. Alyssa's wearing a sweater. It's not even that cold in here. They all act like it's Antarctica in here, but it's not.
It's actually really cold.
It is not.
Tyler ripped a piece of tape off my face and it really hurt.
I know. Then he wanted to go send back his Amazon order. So we did that this evening because when I went to Walmart, I forgot to buy
sour cream.
Sour cream for our nacho night. Our nacho night.
I'm sorry, I didn't know you're filming.
That's okay. I've already been filming for 30 minutes. I don't know what I've talked your ear off for 30 minutes about, but look at it, I'm getting pretty far on this, so I might be able to do a reveal by the end of the night, because I don't see myself going to bed anytime soon, because I've been sleeping all afternoon. I'm back. I took a break to have a vape and now a cough, apparently. I think I need to change my cotton before I go to work tomorrow. My cotton's getting kind of kife. When I vape Gilbert Grape, my coils get very gunky. When I vape Gilbert Grape, and I don't know about this peach iced tea. It's probably going to make them gunky too. Who knows? I ran out of my Humbug. I really like Humbug. It's really a Christmas flavor, but I buy it all year round. It's like candy cane, and it's my favorite because it's got like the coolant effect to it. Like, I like the cool factor, and this place didn't have anything other than menthol and the cool factor, so I'm like, nah, I do not want to buy menthol. When I used to smoke, I'll tell you a story. So I smoked. Here's my last story. So I'll tell you about my smoking experience and how I switched over to vaping. I probably said this before on my channel, but I'm going to refresh for all the people that are new to my channel. I started smoking at 23 years old is when I started smoking after my divorce from my husband. I never smoked when I was married. My husband smoked, but I did not. When I got divorced from my husband, I started hanging around a group of friends, and they all smoked, and then we partied a lot and drinking, and I just picked up the habit of smoking. And my friends were all like, don't do it, Liz, and I did anyways, and then I was hooked because back then smokes were very cheap. They were like $3 something a pack. They went up to $10, and then the government brought them down back to $3 again. So, and that's when I started smoking. And then when the government hiked up the price of them again, to $10, I started buying them from the res. That's the reserve, the native reserve that is near my town. I'll tell you a little bit about. So I used to smoke Demore Special Mild, and you could get Demore Special Mild 100s. They were the long, we used to call them bitch sticks, the really long ones, but I didn't get those ones. I got the king size one, and I started smoking them because my ex-boyfriend Raymond was smoking them. And instead of us buying different packs of cigarettes, we just started smoking the same kind. But then when smokes got super expensive, I think it was after we broke up the first time around, I started going to the res because the smokes were way cheaper at the res. Now, back then you could buy bag smokes from the res too. They're like $10 a bag. They're kife. They're really, really, really kife. And I started smoking the menthol bags because they weren't as bad. Like, at least they had the menthol taste. But then I started buying packs of smokes from the res, but it was like the res brand. I think they were like called what were they called? Sago or something. So at one point they had a Sago ice and it was kind of like a spearmint. And I really like those. I smoked those for quite a while. But then the spearmint taste was starting to get bleh. So I went to the menthol ones of them and I smoked them for a while. And then I was at work and people were starting to vape. They had these vape pens. And I'm thinking, maybe I should try. And then I was thinking to myself, well, I can't vape and I can't buy smokes. I can't afford to do both. So it's got to be one or the other. If I'm going to invest in the vaping, I'm going to do my hardest to stick by it. You know, because smoking, I had a cough. I had the smoker's cough and everything else. So I don't have a cough anymore. Like, you heard me coughing before, but that's because my cotton is bad. That's why I was coughing. I don't cough from smoke, like from vaping. I barely have any chest infections anymore, which is really awesome, because when I was a smoker, when you got a chest infection, when you get a cold, it's horrible. And they seem to last longer. That's why, you know, COVID is probably not good for a smoker, per se, I would think. I don't know, because I've never had COVID, so I wouldn't know. But I would think that that would be the case. So anyways, I started vaping, and then I bought another vape. My big mod the first big mod I actually bought, I bought them in the US, in Port Huron. And I'm pretty sure now, I don't know what the vape stores are. So I'm pretty sure vaping stuff was banned in Michigan, but I'm not 100% sure. I don't know all the laws anymore. Like I said, I used to be really into vaping and everything, and then I kind of got out of that community. And I started diamond painting, so I kind of stopped watching all my vaping videos on YouTube, and now my YouTube is overpowered by diamond painting. I think I only kept 3 or 4 vaping channels that I still subscribe to. The rest of them are all gone. Yeah, the big main important ones were kept. And like, there's a lot of things going on in the US about vaping right now. I don't know all the ins and outs anymore. I don't really know. Like, someone asked me what was the best one to buy. Like, back in the day when I was vaping, I could tell you which ones were the best ones to buy, or when I worked at the vape shop. But things in the vaping community change so rapidly, and there's always new devices coming out. I am not in the loop anymore. I'm not really very educated on the nic salts, other than I know that they're better to quit smoking with, because the nicotine goes into your bloodstream a lot faster, and that way it stops your craving to smoke a cigarette more than it would with the regular nicotine. I vape very low nicotine. I only vape 3 milligrams. That's like nothing. And I just basically do it for the habit now, if anything else. But I really enjoy vaping. And like, when all this COVID stuff happened and I couldn't go to the vape shop, I ended up buying a Juul. And the Juul was killing me because it was so high in nicotine, and I'm not used to vaping that much nicotine anymore. It was not enjoyable at all. This is why I drip, because I like the flavor. Flavor is everything to me. I find that tanks mute the flavor, and the best flavor you get is from a dripper. That's my personal opinion. Other people may beg to differ on me, but that's how I feel, because I have vaped from both. So yeah, and I like clouds. Clouds are my jam. These little mod ones, these little pod systems that they're out now, you don't get a big cloud. And for me, vaping's all about the clouds. I like big clouds. Blow some O's. There's actually a song on YouTube called Blow Some O's. My favorite YouTuber's in it. Grim Green. Lisa B says she doesn't know what I see in him, but I was so in love with Grim Green. I said it on my YouTube channel. Not like he'll ever watch me, but I was. But now he's married to Pickles. Yeah. Sometimes I catch his lives, but not very often. Too many people in his lives, like a lot of people, like bigger than the bigger YouTubers here on our channel. Like his is like succeeds it. And it's just way too many people in chat going way too fast. No, not my jam at all. Yeah. So that's my story about vaping. Ta-da! My vape is very old, and I broke my tip the other day. I had another tip that I ordered from that girl, but I don't like this one too much because it always looks dirty because of the color of it. But I was so sad. I dropped the vape coming into the house, and I'm thinking to myself, please say that that's the second tip of the same tip that I broke. And they're from the US, and I don't even know if she makes them anymore, because I bought that tip a long time ago. Long time ago. Lola, I should take a picture of Lola right now. I don't know how this dog sleeps in these weird positions that she does. Lola. Lola. Woohoo! How are you comfortable? Gigi comes when I'm calling Lola. Are you missing me, Gigi? Come here, babies. Come on. I know, Lola's hogging the couch. Come on. Come on, come see Mommy. Come on. Hi, baby boy. How are you? Yeah, you coming to visit? Your breath is stinky halitosis. Yes, it is. You need some breath mints. Yeah. Did you drink some water? Mommy gave you some fresh water because it's so hot outside. Not like you guys feel it in here. But it is hot out there. Oh, he's gonna snuggle up to me on the couch. He's not snoring because he's awake. He's a wakey bear today. Aren't you, babies? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You're just a good boy. My chubby boy. Yes, you are. Okay, enough of talking to my poor dog. But yeah, I think I might have this done to show what I've got done so far. It's not very much more than I was before, but as you can see, I'm at the end of the whole row, but it's like I still got a lot more on the other side to do. You'll see if I actually get to film this part done, which I'm hoping I will. But I think I'm going to go soon because I think I need to go twinkle. Really got a twinkle. Sorry that I was a little bit down on the dumps. And then when I received my package today, I was kind of upset with the way it is. But they're sending me a new one. So I don't want to put out that video until I get the new one because they are rectifying their mistake. But I was kind of bummed because I was going to do an extra video this week. But it's nice to know that people care about what kind of quality they put out, and they are fixing what happened to which was an honest mistake. And yeah, I will post it for you guys when I get the new one in. I don't know when that will be now. I found that this one came very fast. Now I don't know how long the other one's gonna take, because this one came super fast. And maybe that's why. Maybe it was one that they had in stock and she thought that they could use it. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just going to stop talking about it because you guys don't know what the heck I'm talking about. Yeah. Yep. But that is it. That is it for today, I think. I should be done this. I'm getting there. It's getting close. It's getting close to being done. Done like dinner. I'm gonna sit here and watch some TV and finish this up, and I will see you guys all on Mystery Diamond Painting Monday and my journaling. Hopefully I can work on that mystery diamond painting a little bit throughout this weekend. Hopefully I'm not too tired from work, that I can actually work on it some after work, so I can get another big huge section like I did the last time done for the next video. I'm getting pretty close to the end of that one. I'm gonna have to order another mystery diamond painting. I should put in my orders soon because I'm probably sure they're swamped. I usually tell her, whatever you got gemmed up, just print me out a canvas without a picture on it. Because usually, sometimes they do like 5 or 6 of the same painting all at once when they do the gems. So yeah. But anyways, that is it for today. Till next time, take care everyone. Bye. Well, folks, that's it for today's video. If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up. And if you like, please subscribe to my channel. I'd be super tickle pink. And remember to hit that notification bell and it will remind you whenever I load up a video. And till next time, take care everyone. Bye.